Dear participants, my name is Irina Tolstousov and I represent the Invest Moldova agency. We have come to the last panel of the Moldova Business Week dedicated to the fashion industry. I am honored but also delighted to represent this sector, which is considered not only strategic but always reinventing itself and striving for global expansion. Moldovan companies have a broad experience and long-term cooperation with foreign companies, and you might want to check your favorite clothing label. Perhaps it's a Made in Moldova clothing. I'll be a host for the 1.5 hours, and let me tell you how this session is going to develop. First of all, we will hear the main facts about this sector, delivered by the Association of Fashion Industry from Moldova, and afterwards 5 companies will come one after the other, presenting their companies and their partnership offer. You can address questions in the chat area, as well as the guest section, and interact already with these companies. Many of you I know have been doing this already. This being said, I now offer the stage to Marcela Lozovanu, the Executive Director of the Moldovan Fashion Manufacturing Association, to give us the major points of this sector.
Hello, everyone. First of all, I wanted to thank you, and I wanted to thank you, Invest Moldova, to participate in this Moldova Business Week 2020. And it's a pleasure for me to represent the Moldovan Fashion Manufacturing Association. My name is Marcela. I'm the Executive Director of the Moldovan Fashion Manufacturing Association, and with pleasure, I'm wearing Moldovan brands. Well, first of all, I wanted to say some words about our association. If it's possible to see my fashion panel. I guess it's something
Marcela,
wrong
perhaps you can tell us how many members the association have.
Okay, our association have almost 100 members, and they included all the factories, manufacturing factories, and...
we can see your presentation, you can go on.
Thank you, thank you. Sorry about the interruption. Well, about APIUS, Moldova Fashion Manufacturing Association, it represents the community of local producers of clothing, knitwears, good food, and accessories. APIUS brings together more than 100 members, offering extensive assistance to the professional and social fields and promoting effective lobbying for its members. Well, the association is committed to advancing the development of a thriving fashion industry in Moldova, addressing the needs of the private sector in terms of government support, and implementing the best practices applied to similar professional organizations. About TAFL sectors, I can tell about our active companies. We have 450 active companies. 95% is loan production and 5% is own brand production. Some key facts about the fashion industry of Republic of Moldova. It's first of all, its export. TAFL industry represents nearly 16% of the country's total export volume. Value of sales from exports, the industry is worth in USD $345 million and has recorded continuous growth. About European markets, over 95% of production is exported primarily in the UK, Romania, Italy, France, Germany, and other international markets. So we have 19% of our employment in the fashion industry, it's women, and we have a good remuneration in these fashion sectors. If we talk about nearshoring in Moldova, We have 4 pilots with the good price, the most competitive, and the manufacturing price in East Europe. A good services, door-to-door, easily accessible, logistic and services, just-in-time delivery customer cleaning services. About flexibility, we digitized and automated processes, order from minimum to a big orders. And ethicals, we talk about ethical manufacturing, international quality management system, occupational health and safety system, and the social audit. Republic of Moldova and our fashion sectors have signed with 43 countries free trade agreements, including DCFTA, FTA with CSA countries, FTA with Turkey, CEFTA, and Guam. And it's very important for our sector and for our companies who work with fashion industry. If we talk about some advantages to nearshoring in Moldova, it's, as you can see, we have a lot of them. So the first of all, it's a large assortment, the flexible orders, short delivery time, decades of experience, high quality products, and full services packages. Features, tax-free, qualified labor forces, sustainability and innovation, and investment-friendly environments. Of course, we can not agree that in time the fashion industry have a great achievements, and with the support of the strategic partners, international organizations, including bilateral programs with USAID and Sweden and UK aid, through which aims to advance innovation, digitization, sustainability, to develop resilient business models. So one of these achievements are high-end production engineering, better workflow and production lines, technology, high know-how, smart factories, ethical sourcing, and better work condition. Flexibility to produce smaller orders, value-added services, full product and private label, integrated quality and safety management systems, ISO, and also social audits according BCA's Code of Product. Well, with pleasure, I wanted to tell about our big programs and that we are proud of in fashion industry. The first is called Din Inima. Din Inima, it's a country brand called From the Heart, and it's an umbrella fashion brand, underpins design, taken, and domestic sales with an average yearly increase of 26%. Every year. So over 100 local fashion brands have emerged and are beginning to export to region markets like Romanian, Ukrainian, Kazakhstan, and also other European markets. Also, we have a Zip House. It's a fashion excellence acceleration center, was launched in 2015, and is managing jointly by the Technical University and by the Light Industry Association. It's called APIUS, and it trains a lot of professionals each year and accelerated fashion startups. One of the biggest and the fashion shows in Moldova, it's Moldova Fashion Day, Springs and Fall. It's a biannual programs, and a lot of new collections showcased by the 16 brands and emerging designers. They present their collection on this Moldova Fashion Day Springs. And one of the new projects in our association is the catalog Moldova's Clothing, Footwear and Accessories Manufacturers. Is a guide of trusted fashion manufacturing, private label, and ready-to-wear factories. Unfortunately, the pandemic is seriously affecting the light industry, which is one of the top 3 exporting industry of Republic of Moldova. So with the support of our strategic partners, we launched a platform. It's called the Business to Business platform. It's a campaign aimed to get sourcing order to Moldovan apparel factories from EU fashion buyers and brands. So Moldovan fashion factories aim to get this order for the 2020 and 2021 season, and it's important for our factories. Well, if you have some questions or if you have some messages to send us, it's a pleasure to respond, and you can access our apius.md site. Thank you.
Thank you, Marcela. I can really feel your passion and your pride while you are talking about the industry. I'm sure the members of your association think the same of you, and you representing and being their voice. We start with the business part now, and I offer the stage to my first speaker, Eugenia Versavia-Gileschi. She is a sales manager at Coralav Lux. She is currently studying at Economics and Business Administration in Iași, Romania, gaining valuable theoretical knowledge, who I'm sure she'll put into best practice while working at her company. Eugenia, I invite you.
The idea of creating Coralav Lux company comes from a little girl's dream, being part of a big family. During the Soviet Union times, there were no possibilities for dreams to become true, from both financial and religious reasons, but also political ones. However, her passion to create something beautiful was so strong that it turned into a hobby and professionalism. Now, the Coralav Lux is a private, medium-sized company. The aim was to make women and girls happy and boost their confidence in their beauty. Our slogan is, "We don't sew dresses, but we make a dream come true." A big thank you was the best encouragement and motivation for Ms. Galina, who created a company later on. This company is considered one of the most famous and successful companies with a local entrepreneur from the Republic of Moldova, offering its clients the security and trust of having long-lasting and best partnerships. Now, Coralav Lux company has both a complex history as well as a huge experience in making textile products. The factory works in two directions. It provides services for foreign clients. Also, it includes producing and selling textile products. The company is specialized in production of women's clothes made of lightweight fabric. Here you can see the structure of our company's employees. For the time being, here are working 190 people at the company Coralav Lux. This company's employees feel safe because they know well their bosses. In the next slide, we created the production capacities in average per month of our company of 2019 year, but we have the opportunity to increase it by 25–30%. So the possibilities of our factory is production of approximately 20–25,000 of pieces of the product per month. Our company produces wedding and evening dresses, and at this moment we're sewing women's dresses and blouses for the European customers from the middle and upper price segment. We have a huge experience with these products. We also work on a modern equipment and provide a high level of quality. Our market strategy is reaching entry and sales on the European markets, services for foreign clients, delivering more products and creating more workplaces in Moldova. We're concentrating more on the European markets via exhibitions, email to buyers, and also social networks. We ensure quick deliveries, competitive price, flexible orders, and Euro 1 certificate. We have established partnerships with Manufacturer Del Nord and Mirolia from Italy, Tanix from Romania, as well as customers of Coquette Design from Romania. Also, during September 18-22-2020, we participated in the largest online project, Valmont Barcelona Fashion Week. We work transparently and we are waiting the same thing from our customers. The main strong point our company have is high manufacturing quality. Thanks to our highly professional specialists and good technologies, we can present a high quality production in a short period of time. The second one is the attractive price per minute. The clients appreciate us because not every Moldovan enterprise can produce such hard product for a reasonable price. Also, short delivery time. Time is money. That's why we make everything possible to deliver the order to our client as fast as we can. Skilled workforce. It is very hard in modern society to understand what the client wants clearly. But due to our qualified multilingual personnel, we can understand exactly what they want. And also pattern design and samples. We provide services to our clients from the beginning till the end, from modeling the design to packing. Over the past 3 years, 2017, 18, and 19, we can say that our company has increased, which we can see from this diagram. We develop every year, so we have a clear picture in our company's developing. In order to attract more clients with whom we could work for a long period of time, we are ready to develop and invest in new equipment conducive to automate as many operations as possible. For all these years, the average profitability of the company consists 65%. At the moment, this is a well-known family business whose members are united, and one of the other activities we are doing is helping needy people financially. Also, being aware that the light industry is a branch which has an effect on air pollution, we have also founded another company, Greenstone, which looks after nature by planting trees and bushes for protecting the population's health. The desire to create something beautiful and contribute to the welfare of the population and surrounding nature has been transmitted from generation to generation. Supporting us, you take part in the support which we are offering to our country, and you help us to improve together the world's environment. Thank you.
Thank you, Gina. I really liked you bringing this human touch and this family legacy into your presentation. And I have a question for you, if I may. What is the biggest achievement you think your company had so far?
The biggest achievement our company has so far is that for more than 8 years we are working with different companies, and one of these is Manufacturer Del Nord, as I told you recently, and we ensure them a high quality production on time, which I think is very important in nowadays. Despite of the pandemic situation all over the world, when many other companies remained without work, we still continue working and having a partnership with these companies because we are in priority. Though there are not as many orders as we had until the COVID, nevertheless, we didn't remain without work, and our company worked all the season.
Thank you, Eugenia. I hope this collaboration you mentioned remain fruitful to you and your company. I wish you good luck.
Thank you.
The second lady to join this stage will be Natalia Ivanoglu. She's the CEO and founder of Fashion Textile. Young entrepreneur who started her business at 24 years old, she's now leading a business with great ambition and dedication. She is a leader of a company who's seeking for partners and not providers. Natalia.
Good afternoon, everyone. I'm very happy to be on this stage between the leaders of the garment industry. And as well, I want to thank to all the organizers of this event, because even in the pandemic, we managed to do such a platform. And you guys outside there, you can see us, you can hear our business plans, you can hear our successes, and we can present to our companies. So I would like to start from a story, and actually from a question that I've been always asked. How did you manage to create a garment manufacturing factory being so young? And you know, I'm not coming from a rich family, and I never had an investment or some credit line. I started everything by myself while I was very young. So how basically everything started? I entered manufacturing. Actually, I started from a small workshop where I had 5 sewing ladies. And we were producing uniforms for restaurants, for different companies, corporate uniforms. But I knew at that moment, it was the year 2013, I knew at that moment that Moldova has a high interest from world-known brands to produce here. So having this small workshop, anyway, I always had the idea of creating something bigger. I always wanted a factory. And I don't know, maybe you will name it luck, maybe not, but I've heard that one company that was working with a world-known brand, they just lost their contract with this brand because of a bad quality. So maybe, I don't know how to explain what it was, but I decided to take this opportunity. So I found out the number of this GM, I wrote him a letter, and you know, in 2 days, I received a message. He told me, well, you know, yes, we lost one supplier in Moldova, but we are producing in Moldova for a long term, and we do want to increase our production there. So where is your factory located? And we can come and visit it within 2 weeks. So guys, just imagine this situation. I'm staying in my workshop with 5 sewing ladies, with 5 sewing machines, and I know that a world-known brand is coming to Moldova to visit my factory, which in fact, there was no factory. So in 2 weeks, I did the factory. So actually, my factory was built in 2 weeks. We managed to to get ready everything for the manager that was coming here from Italy. And you know, I still remember his eyes when he entered in this space. He saw just 5 sewing machines, 5 girls, and me with a big smile welcoming him, and his amazed eyes. And I remember that it was the chance. I knew that I have to get this client, because otherwise all my dreams and all my chances to get bigger, to have a big garment manufacturing factory were vanished. So basically, we started to talk with them, and after a discussion where he told me, you know, you just don't realize what kind of brand we are, and how did you bring us here? I mean, we are losing our time. We are here like 5 people, and what do you do with us? Anyway, I gained the chance. I started to work with them, and at that moment, he gave me the chance to produce 500 pieces, which we produced them in 1 month. And at this moment, we can produce this quantity in less than a day. This world-known brand is Max Mara Fashion Group. And until now, we are working with them. So thank you for them for this opportunity. Now a little bit about my company. The Fashion Textile Garment Manufacturing, what I told you, if your choice is quality and time, then we are the right partners for you. Why I say that? We never saw another side rather than quality. Quality comes first, and volumes comes second. Next one, business overview. As I told you before, we were created 7 years ago. We are increasing. We started with 5 sewing ladies, and at this moment we are around 100 employees. And I am pretty sure that if you'll see me on this stage in 2 years, it's going to be double. Next one, our team. As I said before, we have around 100 employees, and all of the employees are highly qualified. Why I say that? Because I am choosing the best, and I'm trying to get the best personnel ever and just keep it in my factory. Our machineries as well, we use just the best machineries, which is in our industry. It's Juki for sewing, Rotondi for ironing systems, and we are always ahead of the know-hows. Working principle, transparency, which means we respect our client. Because I would tell you that even by now, we did not lose any client of ours. Every client that was coming to produce in fashion textile, they are still there at the moment, and we are just increasing our orders day by day. Responsibility, we always deliver on time, no matter what. There is no such term that's not delivering on time. This is a priority as well that comes together with quality. Client focus, we advise the client how to get same quality at cheaper price. Because we are very experienced, so if the client wants visually to have something, because of our technological knowledge, we can advise him how to get it like the same view, but to be cheaper in production. Facilities capacity. At this moment, the production facility is 1,000 meters. And as I stated before, we produce around 2,000 to 4,000 pieces a week, every single week. And all of these pieces are of a very high quality. I mean, if the client gets this, the shipping, he will never get surprises, because our quality is outstanding. Competitiveness. We work mostly with sophisticated fabrics. What does it mean? If some of the competitors are afraid to deal with silk, organza, which are, let's say, problematic fabric, for us, it's vice versa. We feel very good with these fabrics, and we are never afraid of difficulties, because if you get a difficult fabric, this will make you even more strong in the future. So I will tell you, even from the operations, from the technical part, what seemed to be very difficult 7 years ago, today, it seems very easy to do. Okay, next one. What we also do. So we work on 2 bases. There is a CMT basis, which means cut, make, trim, and also a full-scale product. So depending on the client, we can produce for him in a loan system, or as well we can produce just out of the sketch. We can do all the product, building the patterns, making the samples, delivering the samples to the client, doing all the technological part of the product, and of course preparing for the bulk production. Advantages with working with us. Fast delivery of garments. If there are some brands out there that are producing in some nearby European countries, you should know that producing in Moldova is an advantage, because in any country in Europe, you can get your clothes within 3 weeks from the receiving of the fabric until you get the final product. So I think this is relatively a good term. As well, we offer Euro 1 certificate, which will avoid your taxes that are paid usually in Europe. So no matter where you produce, you can produce if you produce in Romania or in Estonia or in Moldova, this is the same taxes. Good production price. Relatively, in Moldova, we still have smaller business-related costs. This gives us the possibility to offer a good production price. So if you want a high quality at a good price, then you come to us. As well, the location. Chisinau, we are located near to the city center. It's like 5 to 7 minutes to reach our factory from the city center of Chisinau. And as well, Chisinau can be reached from any capital of Europe via plane before pandemic, just in 2-3 hours. So here you can see my contacts, and I will tell you that if you want a good partner, if you have a problem with manufacturing and you don't know where to produce it, then you write down my contacts. If you are a brand searching for new garment manufacturing factories of high quality and at a good price, then we are your partners there. If you are an investor that has a brand and they want to make economy on production, then you write down my contacts. And if you want to visit our factory, and we will receive both, and critics, and some advantages that we have, we'll receive both. Then you write down our contacts. Why us? Because there is no client that refused working with us. So until now, in 7 years, we've never lost one client. And I think this is very important. And we are your partners, not suppliers. We are not searching for just a client to be out there. We are searching for a partner with whom we can work for long term, to help each other grow. Because the business is going well just when both sides have profits. So this is my presentation.
Thank you, Natalia. I'm sure many will agree with me while I say that you should be also a motivational speaker. I think you brought a lot of courage and initiative for the young entrepreneurs looking at us now. I have a question for you. What are those unique traits your company has that makes your company different from the others?
Okay, I would say first, it might be the approach to the client. We are never searching for problems. We are searching for solutions. Second, we work with very delicate and sophisticated fabrics. That's why when you work all the time with this type of fabrics, when you get a stable fabric, let's say, you are like, speed away, you know, like nothing will stop you. And because we are partners, I will never look at a client like just a one-step client that came in, okay, I want to do now 200 pieces and goodbye. No, we are looking for long-term partnership. So this is our advantage because every single client we have, we care about them.
Thank you, Natalia. This was very inspirational and very enthusiastic.
Thank you.
So, another representative of this industry whom I welcome on this stage is Ekaterina Rusu. She will be representing Gemini Clothing Limited. Having a master's degree at London School of Economics, Ekaterina is an open-minded economist focusing on addressing the challenges of the technological change, industrial restructuring, and globalization. Please meet her.
everyone. Thank you for connecting from different parts of the world to be today with us. I would like to introduce our company, Gemini Clothing Limited. That's a company engaging effectively, ethically, and sustainable in the global fashion industry. Our company has experience of over 14 years on the market. It's a private ownership and it's located in district Solanezhsk. That's about 120 kilometers from the Chisinau, and it has a great connection with internal and external market in terms of logistics. Gemini Clothing offers a wide range of services, starting from cut and make, and trim, and full services. We offer clothing, accessories, and fabrics production, manufacturing of garment, industrial sewing, or also quality control and packaging and delivery. We could engage in multiple orders, we are very flexible, and all our orders are treated with technical perfection, high quality standards. As light industry is still very labor intensive, the main asset of our companies is of course our team of employees. We have 150 employees, very high qualified, with strong manufacturing and design educational background. We care about high qualitative orders, but also we care about dignity of labor force. Starting with the next year, so very soon we are going to implement international standards, quality management, and international standards for occupational health and security. The Gemini Clothing possesses 2,500 square meters that's well equipped in terms of heating system, ventilation, video surveillance, fire alarm. We have a 3-floor building where on the first floor it is located the warehouse for accessories, materials, warehouse for finished products, also the medical room and the food hall. On the second floor, we have the space for fabric cutting with 3 tables, the space for ironing and pressing room with 20 tables, administrative offices, rooms for patterning and design. And on the last floors are located our 7 lines of production. And the images here could offer a more broad overview about our company. In today's globalized world, it's quite difficult to keep competitive. And our competitiveness relies on several factors. First of all, it's about high production capacity. So each month we can produce 50,000 pieces. Also, this is accompanied about high quality. We are permanently focusing on integrating in our production process new technologies and innovation. Also, our competitiveness relies on equipment. We have about 2,000 sewing machines with different parameters, cover stitching, buttonholes, pressing machines. Also, we are very flexible. You could bring your materials, patterns, or simply an idea. It's enough for an order to be executed. Our advantages relies in attractive prices for our services that in return make our customers competitive on global arena. We offer one-time delivery. And also I would like to mention here that Gemini Clothing is a part of Sorintex cluster, the first fashion cluster created in Republic of Moldova that creates a great platform for collaboration with other producers, public authorities, research and educational institutions that affords a bridge for knowledge spillovers and innovation transfer. Speaking about financial indicators, you can see that our company is growing organically. The turnover shows a positive dynamics. So for the last year, we recorded a sales revenue of about $700,000. And as mainly our company is focused on inward processing services, 80% of our product is shipped to external markets. And our main partner countries are United Kingdom, Romania, Italy, and France. During our experience, we have managed to get experience on different market segments, mass market, premium market, protective clothing, and we are proud of our successful collaboration with well-known brands as Moncler, ASOS, River Island, New Look, Topshop, and others. The COVID-19 pandemic had affected inclusively the fashion industry, forcing companies to reshape and reorient their production in order to survive. And we did the same. We managed to be very flexible and adaptive, so in a relatively short period of time we managed to obtain all the necessary certificates in order to produce medical coveralls. In this regard, we have won 5 national tenders and produced about 60,000 pieces of medical coveralls, and in return our effort was appreciated with a certificate of appreciation from the Sorintex cluster and from the Eastern European Foundation. What are our future goals? First of all, we are here to present our country, to show that it offers a great opportunity for international buyers. We are ready to engage in new contracts, to establish new participants, and for our resilience, of course, it's very important to diversify our export market. Also, we are very focused on attracting technical assistance, investments for innovation transfer, digitalization, and making our company more and more sustainable. We are happy to connect with you today, and if you require more information or details, please contact us. It will be a great pleasure of us to get in touch with you. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Ekaterina, for such a comprehensive presentation. I'm sure you've covered most of the aspects of working with your company, but I have a question for you from our virtual attendees from the platform. What are the competitive advantages of your company?
Okay, competitiveness is a complex thing. It is a sum of multiple factors. So first of all, in our case, competitiveness comes from our team, high competitive labor force, also about equipment, well-dotation with machines and techniques. Also, it's important to mention attractive prices for our services, and also about companies' cultures in terms of values such as trust, commitment to customers, passion, and dedication.
Thank you so much, Ekaterina.
Thank
Wish you great luck.
Thank you.
To try at least a bit to dissolve these female speakers, I now have the honor to invite a gentleman, Traian Postolaki, who is the corporate communication manager for Johannes Group. Thanks to his efforts and dedication, companies such as Maier, Clinic, Job and Dress, and the Dutch Ministry of Defense have found their partner at Johannes Group. Traian, you're welcomed on this stage.
Thank you very much, Irina, for having me here. It was the year 1815, the Battle of Waterloo. A courier riding on a horseback was speeding in the fastest way possible towards the London Stock Exchange. He was bringing news from the war and told that English had suffered defeat against Napoleon. Panicked that they are now bankrupt, the English government, who by that time controlled central banking, decided to massively sell its stocks and bonds. It was then when a private banker had bought England for almost nothing. That man's name was Nathan Rothschild, and the courier earlier in the story belonged to him. Now, in the next morning, the English found out that they actually had won the war, and Napoleon was beaten, and there was no need for any panic, but it was too late. Now, you see, Nathan Rothschild's courier arrived 48 hours earlier than the government's riders did with the war news, and the rest is history. Now, ladies and gentlemen, I would like to ask you a very simple question. How important is the real value of information, nowadays as well as in history? Think about it, and at the end, of course, you'll have a chance to write down. Everything is in the description. Johannes Group. I am the business development manager and corporate communications manager of it. We are a clothing factory, clothing manufacturer. Simply put, we produce clothing in a loan regime and with our own fabrics. We are located in Moldova, 90 kilometers away from the capital, Chisinau, in a village, Vasieni, district Telenești. Why in a village? Because from a logistic point of view and labor point of view, It's much more convenient for us and for our potential partners, clients. Most of our employees, are from the village itself or from nearby locations. The factory's area is approximately 500 square meters, which include 2 floors with an elevator up to date, 2x2, and stairs separated. 90 machineries and equipment, which include sewing machines, Juki sewing machines, embroidery machines, cutting machines, ironing, and so on. 80 employees, which include technologists, mechanics, simple seamstresses, and tailors. And of course, 4 operative lines, which work at this very moment. Next, we have the organizational chart. Very simple. I tried to make it because the CEO here is on the top. He's the founder and pretty much controls every operation and every aspect of what's happening in the factory. Business Development Manager, BDM, represented by myself. Simply put, I am the bridge between the factory and the customer, from Europe, most of all. Main Technologist. He is, one of his main responsibilities is establishing a correct price and the correct operation for a new arrived order or new arrived sample. Technologists and specialists, which monitor the work of the seamstresses and tailors, and in the moment they do the work, they sew. Mechanic, which is responsible for adjusting any equipment that is needed or repairing stuff. And the seamstresses themselves and tailors. All our employees, have specializations and degrees in sewing, tailoring, and engineering. Now, what do we do and what do we sew? Basically, we have 2 main categories that we have 2 separate lines specialized for them. Remember in the first slide, 4 operative lines. So we produce fashion clothing, which include women and men's clothing and children's wear, as well as lingerie and outdoor clothing. Then we have the non-fashion clothing, which is uniforms, workwear, from industries such as construction, HoReCa, medical, and so on. Now, very interesting, because during the pandemic, we've managed to shift and reorganize our production so that we could make and supply our hospitals and some European hospitals with disposable wear. Using our own fabric, which we buy locally from a supplier here, we produce 3 products here: gowns, coveralls, and masks, each from different thickness and different shapes. Here you'll have the certification. One picture is missing here, but it's also a certification is the Oikotex certification from the fabric. Here you have also the EN specification and certificate of conformity, plus the Euro 1, which one of my previous colleagues had told that it releases you from any taxes when you import the goods. And a couple of pictures of how we pack our gowns and coveralls. We put them carefully in boxes and stack them very good. The prices are very competitive compared to other countries. This is not me. This is our partners and customers that are saying, from 1 to 4 euros, depending on the thickness, 30, 60, and 100 grams per meter. Now, I've been asked to make a success story from one of our customers, but the thing is that they all are successful. I couldn't think of any particular one. So I showed here just a couple of them. So for example, the well-known brand Meyer, we had a contract, and we currently work with him, of a couple of 1,000 pieces. I don't remember for sure how much was it, but it's a big supplier of trousers, and this is how it all began. Very simple. We established a connection with them. They decided to visit our factory. Immediately they liked it. They started to send us test orders. From little by little, we grew on a couple of thousands of pieces per month. During the pandemic, it was a little bit slower, but it still went on. Ortovox. We produced jackets and outdoor clothing for them. It was a 3-month collaboration, and it stopped right before or in the pandemic period. Not really sure, but we still keep in touch with them, and they send us other products, and because they reshifted their activity as well. The Dutch Ministry of Defense, it's a very interesting project which we're currently working on. We produce coveralls for their army. The product itself is not complicated, but it has a lot of operations, which in the first month were kind of tricky for us, but we managed to make it. And a customer for whom we make life jackets. Again, a lot of details, but once in the process, it gets clearer. Some of other customers that we sued for include carnival clothing for one of our Dutch customers. Sued fashion clothing for women for a Belgian company, and other ones. Now, what characterizes us or what makes us different? I guess it's individual approach, because none of those successful stories would have been able to become true. As we analyze with the customer, we discuss every step, everything is set on paper. Transparency towards the ongoing process, because in the end, and based on our experience, it's the key to a long-term collaboration. We show every time, we show every process on every stage that we do. Competitive labor cost, which of course was presented by Irina, by my other colleagues. Moldova is a huge, very huge possibility, or country with opportunities and possibilities, with a lot of companies outsourcing their services here. And of course, we enjoy what to do, because as a famous quote says, nothing is ever done without enthusiasm. So I guess we can all agree here, at least on something. All right, so very simply put, how to place an order with us. Right now, at the moment, we are working on a loan regime, so CMT providing only. With our fabric, we only produce disposable wear that I presented to you. So if you want to place an order with us, you either have fashion or non-fashion clothing. Very simple. You just need to have an idea, the model and quantity, approximate ones, that doesn't matter, patterns and designs, and then we start to make the sample. There's a quote from our side, then the test order, which of course is monitored with you. We export the test order, you check the quality, and it gets the approval from your side, and then the production starts itself. Sewing, trimming, and packing, plus shipping, depends on occasionally. Okay, so this was it. It's kind of fast, but my next slide shows that, thank you, I'm back to work. Just kidding, I'm off for today. But yeah, feel free to write me any suggestions or return to my first question from the beginning of how important is information to you. Because simply put, I don't see myself selling an idea as much as presenting the information that we have. So I'm just, an informer, just like Nathan Rothschild's courier. Yeah, he informed the local government, and the rest is history. You know what happened. All right, so thank you very much. Irina, I have your attention.
Thank you, Traian, both for the presentation part as well as the history bits. They were very informative. We've witnessed some of the moments of your company, and my question would be, how do you see it in some 5 years? What is the vision you have now for the evolving of it?
Mm-hmm. I would say it's a secret, but it's a joke. Because some of the things actually weren't presented in my presentation, just like my other colleagues were, like the key figures, some pictures from the factory itself, because of the non-disclosure agreements that we have with our current customers, and we're not allowed. But how do we see ourselves is just the biggest factory, well-known factory in Europe, first in Eastern Europe, and then in all the European countries, because we're looking forward to it, as we have multiple channels that we promote ourselves on. Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, LinkedIn, everything is in the description. and of course, providing all the full services of clothing. The design, the idea, also to have our brand. I would say pretty much this is pretty much it.
Okay, so we first follow you on these social media accounts, and then we keep the fingers crossed for you to become this European best-known company.
That's correct. Thumbs up, or I don't know, on LinkedIn, follow whatever you need to do, and yeah, keep in touch with me.
Thank you so much, Trajan. Wish
Thank
you
you
the
too.
best of luck.
Thank you too. The same. Bye bye.
Last but not least, we have another representative of this fashion industry, Georgeta Mir, who is Executive Director and Designer at Mobile Company. She studied at the London College of Fashion, where she graduated in Design and Technology for the fashion industry. I have known Georgeta for several years, and I can say that she is a very bold, ambitious, and one of the most hardworking person in this industry, and I welcome her to this stage.
Thank you, Irina, for inviting me on this stage. I would like to present our company, which is also a family company, which is Mobile SRL. The company was launched in 1994 with a different activity. It started as a retail company. In 2007, we started the production as a factory on 800 square meters. Currently, we have developed a company which is 8,000 square meters, and we employ about 130 people. At the beginning, our history in fashion has started in 1997, when we have opened a small workshop making made-to-measure clothing for the local clients. After that, I have went to London to study at London College of Fashion, where I was until 2003. In 2007, we have opened our factory, where our first client was Max Mara, which was very surprising to us, and it was the path we wanted to take because we had different offers to do industrial clothing, but fashion was what we wanted to do. We started with them. Later on, we have developed with another clients, mostly the French clients at the high end of fashion, so pret-a-porter brands. One of the most famous of our clients is Carven. It's an ex-haute couture house which has, let's say, affordable luxury products. The retail price of those products starts from 500 euros above, and this is the level of products we can produce in Moldova. We manufacture a full-service organization. Also, we have an in-house pattern making. We can deliver FOB and also CMT. We can help our clients to do all the logistics for them from door to door, so we can take the fabric or the materials they have from anywhere in the world they are and bring them to Moldova, produce the goods, and deliver to their door into their country and help them to do the custom clearance in Moldova and as well custom clearance in their country to advise which custom broker to use for unclearing their goods. Why Moldova? Moldova because it's a nearby country by Europe. I know that we've heard, even I guess one of the funniest stories was when the chief technologist from Carven wanted to come and visit Moldova, and his bosses said, where are you going? Are you crazy? You'll get kidnapped, you'll not come back. And so he went courageous enough to come to Moldova. And then Guillaume, which is the famous designer from them, when he have seen the goods in the shop of Lafayette in Paris, he said, who is the producer of these garments? We are very impressed to have such a producer at Carven. Later on, we developed our collaboration with other French high-end brands, and this is our specialty. We work with fragile and complicated stuff for the most well-known world brands and with the most complicated finishings, which a lot of them come from the haute couture, they come from the very pret-a-porter, from the very top end of finishings. Also, we have a safety developed in our products, in our factories. So we employ 130 employees. And we have, I will just skip, so we have already 1 year how we have a ISO 9001 and we have a ISO 40001 for safety and security. This was one of our clients' requests. So our clients are Carven, Max Mara, Moncler, Anne Fontaine, Vanessa Bruno, Soy Paris, and Roland Mouret, which is a British brand, and his dresses are worn by the world's most well-known and famous women, which are singers or the wives of presidents or royalty and so on. So these are our products. This is the finishings we can do. This is a delicate chiffon, and it's splitting. It's baby handmade. It's French seams used, English seams. A lot of hand work put into all of these garments. We have the equipment to do it. So we have an automatic pocket maker. We have an automatic buttonhole, eye buttonhole machine. We have a zigzag, side knife, and all kind of special machines which you need to do this kind of product. So these are some of the details of the products we have done for our clients. And as you can see, they are very sophisticated. So in this case, it's organza joined with velvet, and it's a 200 grams velvet, the organdy with a silk organza with 50 grams, and they're joined together in one garment. You can see also that we can do covered buttons. We can do them ourselves, so we can do all these kind of covered things with our partners in Romania. The same as I was saying previously about the pleats. We are working with a partner in Romania, and we can do all kinds of pleats for our clients. So our machinery, we have the AMF, which is an important machine for this type of clients. We have a button sew machine with the 2 threads, which again is an important point for international clients, so the buttons don't fall in the shop. And all the other special machinery, you can see the list here, can produce a very sophisticated and delicate products. So our market opportunities, it's quick deliveries, flexible orders, interesting prices, and the Euro 1 certificate we can provide for the fabrics which have been produced in Europe, delivered to us, and sent back to Europe. As well, for the clients who are interested for the full product, I think we are one of the 2 companies in Moldova who has the 180 days allowance to bring the raw materials without having extra taxes and on a special regime to then export back to Europe. So for the competition, I would say you well know that this type of brands normally produce in Poland, in Hungary, in Romania, and maybe some of these brands are producing in Bulgaria. And what I can tell to the clients would be interesting is that we can provide the full package service with a better prices. We can develop a pattern from a sketch. We can do the garment from zero up to the end. We can help the client to find the fabrics, to find all the necessary accessories, depending on the market level they are. We can help them to outsource the correct button, the correct zip, the correct fabric to hit their target price for the final retail price they are interested in. So apart from the production for our clients, we have also our brand, which is Georgette. These are some of the images of our current autumn collection. We started the brand in 2010. With export to Russia, at the moment, we are selling our brand in Moldova as well in the nearby countries, and we had projects with the French Printemps. Some of our products. And one of our recent product, which we are very proud of this. So this is our new president, which has chosen our dress, and it's one of the symbolic photos which is all over the internet at the moment. And we are very proud that she has chosen our dress to represent the country and the future everybody is waiting. So any questions?
Thank you, Georgette, for your authenticity, and I know for sure that if I want to feel like a royalty, first lady, or perhaps a president, I know which company to address for this matter. I have a question for you from our digital platform. This is, what is the most meaningful part of your product or service?
The most meaningful part is that the clients we work with, they trust us. It's not easy, and I know the companies who work with foreign clients, they should know this. It's not easy to be trusted at the level that the clients we work at the moment, they can trust us. If we decide that we want to change something, if we advise them what is the better finishing for the garment, they trust and they do it. And also, this is, for us, it means that the clients we have in France, well, we have also clients in Italy, England, and some other countries, but the top French level brands we are working with, they trust us and they recommend us to the same level of brands, which is the top end of the market.
This is really a nice achievement, and this is a nice conclusion also for this panel. I thank you so much, and I wish you the best of luck.
Thank you.
Here, dear participants, the fashion panel, and in fact Moldova Business Week, has come to its end. I want to thank all the participants, speakers, guests, and attendees for their contribution and active participation. We hope that by participating, you've get to know Moldova better and perhaps made your mind in visiting us, both as tourists, guests, partner, or investors. Invest Moldova is here at your disposal to respond to your message, to provide you information you need, or perhaps to schedule this technical visit. I once again remind all of the participants that the information provided during these 2 days are available and will be available on the MyConnector platform until 1st December. I thank you all, and I'll see you soon. Goodbye.